well. The thing about this one, Joel Embiid is out for at least. He's eyeing a Game 3 return based on reports from today. Again, he is eyeing a Game 3 return based on reports from the doctors and him clearing concussion protocols. So, if Embiid returns, you probably have a good series, but it all depends on how these first two games play out if he does come back for Game 3. So, for me, James Harden hasn't been consistent enough for me. The defense for the Philadelphia is hit and miss. Again, they had the Raptors come back, and they're not nearly as talented as the Heat. So I definitely give the series to the Heat. I say, Joel is out. My initial reaction is, well, this is for if Joel is out and if he plays. I still say Heat in 6. I still feel that way, whether he plays or not. Okay. James Harden should be able to get you one. He should, but I don't know if he'll see. If you saw the James Harden from Game 6, that James Harden can get you one. He can get you at least one. Maxey, if he shows up, if all these players step up in Joel Embiid's absence, they can win. And say Joel does come back for Game 3, he can get you one. So that's where the 2 comes from, honestly. So yeah, Heat in 6. I love the Heat's defense. Jimmy Butler will be back. He has some extra rest from being off, so he should be good to go. Victor Oladipo stepped up. That should give him some confidence because he helped lead the squad in that game against the Hawks. Tyler Hero stepping up. Bam. I just think it's too much. It really depends on how Bam can do against Joel Embiid whenever he does come back. And I think he can do well. I think Bam can hold his own. It doesn't mean Embiid is just stoppable, but I think Bam can limit him to a degree. And the entire Miami Heat defense can limit him. So, yeah, for me, Heat in 6. Even if Joel is out or if he plays, either way, Heat in 6.
Nice breakdown. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna go with Sixers.
No, you ain't.
Sixers lose 1.
Yeah, that's
I'm gonna go with.
Yeah, I was like, no, you ain't, bro.
I think regardless of Embiid playing or not, I think that the Heat win it 4-1.
What?
I think the Heat will win it 4-1, 5 games. Regardless of Embiid's there or not. That's what I believe.
Ooh. Dang.
So I'm at with it. I think that Embiid is banged up. Mm-hmm. And like you said, he's eyeing a Game 3 return potentially if he is clear to play. But I don't, unless they just come in and Harden is like on, they don't have a big chance of winning more than one game. I give them that one out of respect because I feel like Joel could put together a good performance in a Game 3. Harden could show up for a game, but right now it's sad to see that James Harden hadn't been the same player. But and maybe I hope next year he's better too because I like him a lot. But yeah, I don't think they can come into Miami and take too many games, and that's why I got to go with my Heat in 5.
Yeah, that's a good point. So yeah, again, James Harden, and Joel Embiid does come back and he's good. That's why I say in 6. And it's hard for me to make an argument for them winning another game. I guess just if the role players play well, and that's the only other way they can get 2. So I can agree with you 4-1 in that case if Joel doesn't play, because James should get you 1. Now, if they get swept, we won't have. That's a whole another story. Because and if James isn't like James, or at least plays decent, then that'll be another story as well. So
yeah, I mean even with Joel coming back, I know he can come back and can play. I know how great he's been this season, but I think that his injuries, his thumb, is probably going to bother him more than we expected to, because of even in the Toronto series, we saw his numbers kind of not be the same after that. So I feel like that's dipping, and now this other fracture being a setback. I don't know if he comes out and is as dominant. And plus, I mean, I know it's the new season basically when the playoffs roll around, but if I look at how we played him in the regular season, our defense against Embiid was pretty solid. So I feel like we have the means to contain him and make the other guys beat us.
Yeah, I think you do.
So
yeah, that's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be very interesting. Yeah.